The board took up the issue of how to proceed with a hunting management plan on Pepper Ranch. Feral hogs are reportedly destroying environmentally sensitive areas of the ranch. Currently, there is a supervised youth hunting program on the ranch. The board directed staff to set up 2 public meetings to gain public input on the hunting management plan for the ranch before deciding if to proceed with an adult hunting program or to limit hunting to youth. Chairman Fred Coyle likes the way the youth hunt program is organized.
Where you get into problems is just saying, okay, you're going to be assigned hunting zone number 5, and that's yours for the day, and you're just going out there and start hunting. Something bad is going to happen. The people walking on the ground and firing a high-powered rifle in that area is likely to cause a problem at some point in time. If you're going to specify stands are to be designated, and people ought to know where they are. And they should understand you don't leave that stand and start walking through the adjacent hunting areas. It's important. But the way you've got it right now for children or for youth is a great way to do it. It's well controlled, and you've got the right idea. So the question we have to answer is, are we going to do it for youth hunts only, or are we going to migrate into some other hunting process that allows any licensed hunter to go into the property and hunt without having a guide? That's the question.
The board voted unanimously to hold evening public meetings to gain the input of the public before the issue returns to the Commission. The meetings are scheduled for May 12th and 19th, both at 5:30 p.m., and both at Building W on the Collier County Government main campus, which is 3301 East Tamiami Trail. Pepper Ranch is the largest land purchased by the Conservation Collier program. We will have more on the very first youth hunt on the ranch coming up in just a few minutes. With a little luck, the coolest artificial reef yet to land on Collier County seafloor may be on its way. The board authorized the county's request that the U.S. Navy put the decommissioned Navy ship USS George Philip on donation hold so that it could be deployed as an artificial reef. The ship is 455 feet long and 45 feet wide. It was commissioned in 1978 and decommissioned in 2003. The plan still has a few hurdles to overcome.
We're actually working right now with our legislators. That's what the board approved today, to try to put the ship on donation hold for Collier County. Typically, the Navy only looks at people who have funding in place. $1 million is what they look for, and a spot already permitted. And we don't have either of those. That's why we have to get our legislators involved. If we get the ship, when we get the ship, I like to be positive, it's going to be about 30 miles off our coast, off Caxambas, and it will be in about 75 feet of water deployed on its side. It'll be a great attraction for divers and fishermen alike.
To obtain a full list of artificial reefs, go to colliergov.net. Collier County EMS Medical Director Dr. Robert Tober was presented with the Journal of Emergency Medical Services 2009 10 Innovators in EMS Award. We caught up with Dr. Tober and asked him what this latest recognition means to him.
The award is a recognition of my efforts and struggles to maintain the integrity of our emergency medical system in Collier County, and to have this tiered response of first arrivers on scene, which could be a public citizen, could be somebody that works in water management and parks and recreation, could be a police officer, or could be a fire or EMS personnel, so that the first steps of critical life support happen immediately and certainly within 4 minutes. Those are the most important things any of us can receive when we have a life-threatening emergency.
We here at Collier Focus pass along our congratulations to Dr. Tober for his outstanding work. The board took time to recognize 4What Interactive as Collier County's Business of the Month. 4What Interactive specializes in cutting-edge computer presentations and websites. Congratulations to 4What Interactive, and you can see more about them at the end of this episode of Collier Focus. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, the Everglades Airpark finally has a replacement for a hangar destroyed by Hurricane Wilma. And the first Pepper Ranch Youth Hunt is a huge success. All of that and more when Collier Focus continues.
If you saw a minus sign every time there was a plus sign, you'd think this was correct too. Call now to help your child manage his learning disability. There's no reason to be held back.
Welcome back to Collier Focus. On Monday, April 11th, Commissioner Jim Coletta and Everglades City Mayor Sammy Hamilton officially dedicated the new hangars at Everglades Airpark. The hangars replaced those that were destroyed by Hurricane Wilma in October of 2005.
This thing is very important to Everglades City. It has been for years. I can see this going on for many generations to come, the use of this airport for what it was originally intended for pilots to be able to get in and out of here.
After the ceremony, everyone was treated to some homemade ice cream. The 2,400-foot airstrip is located on the boundary of the Everglades National Park. The inaugural Pepper Ranch Youth Hunt was held on April 16th through 18th, and the event was a big success.
So we had 15 kids and 18 volunteers plus 15 guardians, so do the math, what's that, 48 people? 48 people out there. We camped for 2 nights. The kids got to go on 3 separate hunts of about 3 hours each where they're in the blind. It was amazing. We harvested 4 hogs, and the kids had a lot of fun, learned a lot about the environment and about safe hunting and ethical hunting.
If you want information on future hunts at Pepper Ranch, call 252-2956. Domestic Animal Services has a couple of reminders for all pet owners. The 2010 hurricane season is approaching, and it is time for pet owners to register their pets for the Collier County Emergency Pet Shelter. Pets must be re-registered from last year in order to qualify for sheltering, and new pets are also welcome to register. Registration for the emergency pet sheltering begins May 1st. Shelter registrations from the time registered through hurricane season's end, which is November 30th. The Collier County Emergency Pet Shelter is located at North Collier Regional Park, located at 15,000 Livingston Road. The shelter is an adjacent shelter, which means pet owners and pets will be sheltered separately within the park, and pets cannot be dropped off. If you want more information on the pet sheltering program, call Domestic Animal Services at 252-7387. Now, starting also on May 3rd, the county's new dog tethering restrictions will be enforced. The Board of County Commissioners approved in January revisions to the county's animal control ordinance that no longer allow dogs to be tethered or chained and left alone. Dogs may only be tethered or chained with a responsible party in sight to oversee the animal's welfare. Additionally, a number of safety precautions must be met, such as requirements a tethered dog be 6 months or older and healthy. Other safety precautions include using a tether that is 5 times the length of the dog's body, as measured from the tip of the nose to the base of the tail. And both ends of the tether must have a swivel. Tethers must weigh no more than 1/8 of the dog's weight. Owners are not permitted to chain dogs during extreme weather, such as thunderstorms or extreme heat and cold. And dogs must have access at all times to shade, ample fresh drinking water, and dry ground. And once again, if you need more information on the county's dog tethering ordinance, call DAS at 252-7387.